The Ford Explorer has what you need for the road ahead. Up to 7 selectable drive modes, a 5,000-pound towing capacity, and an available 400-horsepower engine. The 2025 Ford Explorer. It's all in the name.
When properly equipped, max towing varies based on cargo, vehicle configuration, accessories, and number of passengers. Horsepower, torque, payload, and towing are independent attributes and may not be achieved simultaneously. Horsepower and torque ratings based on premium fuel per SAE J1349 standard. Your results may vary.
If fool me, we can't get fooled again.
In Dallas, Texas, 3 shots were fired at President Kennedy's motorcade in downtown Dallas.
December 7th, 1941, a date which will live in infamy.
You don't know what you're talking about, do you?
Because people have got to know whether or not their president's a crook. Well, I'm not a crook. I've earned everything I've got.
If you don't like what we tell you to believe in, we'll kill you.
All right, kids. Listen. Don't listen to this podcast.
Don't listen to this.
If you're not of age.
What's of age?
18.
So 16?
18. We're a bunch of dudes, and we're going to say some really bad words.
Hey, everybody. Welcome back to the Conspiracy Podcast.
It's your boys.
Happy to be back.
How's everybody doing?
Good.
Sorry, I'm just looking at the Discord.
As always, with no guests, it's the 3 amigos.
Yes, it's us. Would it make again?
My name's Eric.
This is Jorge.
I'm Sean. What's up, peoples?
Hope everybody's doing good. This is part 2 of the Las Vegas shooting in 2017. This is the good part.
Yeah,
as always, go back.
Yeah, man, and also, it's not really the good part because it's all bad. Disclaimer,
true.
Don't fucking hate us because we're talking about shit. We're not making light of tragedy. It sucks. We all know it sucks. Seriously, we're not trying to make light of like the loss and the tragedy of the whole thing. We are focusing on just the killer. Yeah. So if you want to find out about the victims and their families, you can definitely go search that. I'm sure there's ways you can support them or whatever. We're just focusing on one aspect. That's all.
Yeah.
Yes, we will still make jokes, but it's not about the death. It's just about us, not the people.
Yeah. And really the main reason for that is because a lot of people lost their lives this day.
A lot.
And honestly, I felt like it was just, we couldn't do it justice. There's 60 people who died.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, to each person is their own story, is their own life, is their own family, is everything.
Friends,
and so it's so hard to go
be
victim one and la 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 la.
Yeah.
So but we will, like I said in the last episode, we will put everybody's name.
Yes.
And hopefully keeps their name alive, Indeed. And then hopefully we can get down to the bottom of why this psychopath did what he did.
I know. There's got to be a fucking reason.
Yeah.
Like that.
Okay, so as a small recap, on October 1st, 2017, the deadliest mass shooting in modern U.S. history unfolded at the Harvest Festival in Las Vegas. Stephen Paddock, a 64-year-old retired accountant and real estate investor and gambler, etc., opened fire from the 32nd floor of the Mandalay Bay Hotel, killing 60 people and injuring 850 others.
That's insanity. And you have to think, like, I would assume some of that 850 injured was probably from, like, the hysteria, people getting trampled.
True.
Like, it's just like madness. Like,
ugh. But don't forget, he shot, I think we went over
it was over 1,000 rounds.
So in theory,
15 minutes straight or something.
So as we went over in the last episode, the attack began at 10:05. Stephen Paddock first fired those shots in a crowd of over 22,000 people. He used modified semi-automatic rifles equipped with the bump stocks that we talked about.
Mm-hmm.
Paddock was able to simulate automatic fire with that, raining bullets on the crowd. By 10:17, Mandalay Bay security guard Jesus Camp radioed that he had been shot in the leg while investigating a door alarm on the 32nd floor. SWAT officers arrived at 10:25 p.m., began evacuating the nearby rooms. At 11:20, SWAT team breached the suite. So this is where we are now caught up to the last episode, right?
Yeah.
He's dead, and he killed himself. And the morning after the shooting, October 2nd, investigators launched a comprehensive examination of his activities and the crime scene to understand the scope and the prep. The first step was to secure and document everything in the suite from which Paddock was shooting. Officers found the room littered with shell casings and ammunition, obviously.
Mm-hmm.
Among the 23 firearms in the suite, investigators identified a mix of AR-15s, AR-10s, and many were equipped with the bump stocks that we talked about, which is a controversial device that increases the firing rate of a semi-automatic weapon. The rifles were fitted with high-capacity magazines, suggesting that Paddock had planned this for a long time, or like a long engagement that he was planning.
Yeah.
This arsenal was meticulously laid out. Remember how we had talked about it was at like he just laid out the rifles. Yeah, exactly. So he broke 2 windows, right, to get the clear line of sight. Authorities discovered that Paddock placed cameras both inside and out the room. The outside one was a baby monitor that was positioned in the hallway, allowing him to monitor the police that were coming in. And
so maybe that's why, because we were wondering why why they did not what is he fucking doing? But
I mean, that's still fishy.
That's still sketchy as fuck.
Yeah.
In the hallway.
I think they just didn't catch it. I mean,
additionally, he barricaded the door with furniture.
Oh, okay.
Classic move.
Okay. So obviously he knew.
Yeah, well, yeah,
he knew like the basic
they would
do.
eventually find where he was.
Yeah. Another discovery was a handwritten note that contained ballistic calculations. These calculations detailed factors such as trajectory, distance, wind speed, bullet drop, etc. And it's almost like a sniper's log.
It's weird though because why would you have that? When you're just like. You're really like, I'm going to pump 1,000 rounds into a crowd of 22,000 people. I don't think you're really worried about fucking wind speed at that. You're just like, shoot into the crowd of humans.
Yeah.
Well, maybe he was
prepared.
Maybe it shows like more preparation.
Yeah. More premeditated, so to speak.
But anyways, like a regular civilian. You give me all that data. I would not know what. I'm like, great.
No.
I'm fucking still missing. Yeah. Fucking wait, what?
Unfortunately, though, that note didn't reveal any other motives or manifesto or anything like that. So that, again, adds to the mystery of this whole thing because there's no motive.
Yeah.
Simultaneously to that, they started searching Paddock's homes in Reno and another place in Nevada. And it provided further context. At his Mesquite residence, law enforcement discovered 19 additional firearms.
Jesus.
Thousands of rounds, and he even had explosives.
Holy shit.
Including ammonium nitrate.
Yes, which is
a component commonly found.
OKC.
Yeah,
they did.
That's right,
nitrate,
yeah.
True.
So these findings led the police or led investigators to believe that he may have even had additional attacks
planned out.
Because he had that.
Yeah, exactly.
But I don't know how he would plan on escaping that shit.
Right.
I know. In Reno, investigators recovered electronic devices and his finance records, of which this is where that $150,000 wire
to the Philippines
came into play. That's right. Yeah. So he wired days before to an account in the Philippines $150,000. This transaction initially raised suspicions of an accomplice, being his girlfriend was from there, Mary Lou Danley.
And in the Philippines, like 150 G's is like $10 million.
Oh, yeah. Seriously,
or more. You're like rich as fucking balls.
You're like the Sultan.
I know. He's literally bought off the king of the Philippines. It's like, this is half our treasury. Holy shit.
So now, I don't know. You guys decide if it was a not enough investigation or what. But they interviewed Danley later, and she clarified that she had no knowledge of the plans, and she just thought it was a parting gift.
A parting gift of 150 racks?
Yeah.
Damn. Like, shit, that's a sexy fucking parting gift.
So authorities ruled her out because she was very helpful and cooperative.
But
yeah, because what are you going to do then?
You
can't take the money from her.
I can imagine she's like, I have no idea. They're like, good enough for us.
Yeah.
Sounds
Pretty
legit.
much. Pretty much.
I thought it was a parting gift.
Like, you know what?
Yeah.
You're right.
One lesser known detail of this investigation found that Paddock purchased specialized tools and materials in the weeks leading up to the attack. Receipts and surveillance footage revealed that he acquired such items as drill bits and metal brackets, one of which was used to modify the room's door in order to cause further delay in opening the door.
Oh, they just like bracket the door shut.
So he literally like went to Home Depot and was like, okay, how do I delay it even further?
I mean, shit, I
What
bought
do
brackets like 2 weeks ago. The fucking federale's going to be on to me. Like, fuck.
What a
Investigators
psycho, man.
Investigators also focused on analyzing his electronic devices, including laptops and phones that were covered. Again, the absence of a manifesto or statement frustrated everybody. However, preliminary forensic analysis revealed searches for other large public gatherings. Remember we talked about this?
Yeah, because he had searched like a bunch of the event concerts and like
a Chicago Lollapalooza, which is like a festival.
Huge festival, yeah.
Fenway Park he was searching about.
He probably thought too, like, okay, like what kind of gathering would allow me to set up something like this?
Yeah.
Because obviously he's not like bringing all this shit into fucking Fenway. Like, not going to happen.
Right.
Like,
but after they went through all his electronics, they again said they couldn't find a motive.
like
They couldn't find him going to like, I don't know, like
his Google history.
Yeah, it wasn't weird, or at least they say it wasn't weird enough to say that it was a motive.
Or maybe it was like incognito mode, and they're like, God damn it! Okay, they don't know what he was doing.
I don't know. It's not that hard.
No.
To like, I don't know. Maybe I don't know enough about it to be honest.
I don't know
about hiding your own.
Dude,
incognito is not going to hide you from the FBI.
I think that I'm hiding shit, but they're like, we know what you're doing. You
can't even hide
psycho.
you from your wife. Shit.
I know, right?
I love how Apple created literally like a mode of incognito mode, and you think it's
private.
It's just a convince you. It's just a trick you.
Let's just give these motherfuckers like,
what
let's
they want.
make them think.
I know,
that
but it's like the false sense of security.
Yeah,
You're like, oh
totally.
yeah. Like even like I got my VPN. I'm like,
is
it really?
I know.
Like, is it really safe though?
If I know how to do it and I can download it on the App Store,
I know, right? It's gotta be bullshit.
It's gotta be weird. Yeah?
They're tracking you right now.
I know. It's so true.
No, like you're VPNing from 6 feet away from you. They're like, God damn, it's the same IP.
Oh gosh. So in the week following the Vegas shooting, investigators turned their attention to Paddock's digital footprint, seeking to uncover any traces of planning or external influences that might shed some light on it. This phase of the investigation was critical in trying to construct a psychological and behavioral profile of the attacker. Initial forensic analysis revealed that Paddock erased a majority of his data. So his devices were pretty much clear.
Did they get his phone records?
They did.
I would love to
And
see,
also, like, okay, he
this
might have cleared it, but there's got to be a way to get it back.
I
or
just mean like
find out.
I just mean like the data that would be on your phone.
his like
not
hard
your,
drives and shit.
Yeah.
Like his like
so like your photos.
You just
your,
press a reset and like
Yeah, you just delete it all.
Yeah.
So
reformat your fucking PC and just burns everything.
Yeah.
one laptop was found in his hotel room, was missing the hard drive entirely.
Oh shit.
So it was just a fucking laptop with no hard drive.
It was useless.
An act investigators interpreted as his attempt to thwart their investigation after he was dead. Searches at his homes yielded additional encrypted devices, which posed technological challenges for law enforcement attempting to access it. Despite these hurdles, investigators uncovered fragments of his online activity, but again, it was all the searches. The only thing they really found was searches of other events.
Well, then, like things like that make like annoy me, like where it's like,
Perfect.
oh, we couldn't get into his like encrypted devices, but like meanwhile, it's like when the whole like Trump shooter thing, like the guy had like an encrypted phone, they like got in like 10 minutes.
Yeah.
They're like, oh yeah, we're in, and I'm like, okay, I'm like, wait, but then this guy, they're like, we still can't get in this shit. Like what the
Actually, and in a mini episode that we're gonna go over for you Patreons,
finally, you deserve it.
there is a weird thing where the shooter of Trump,
Yeah. Oh, dude.
Which one? The first one or second?
No, the second one.
the earshot.
Oh, okay.
Oh, the
the
first
first one. I think.
Yeah, the earshot. We know very little about him.
Yeah.
All we know
Both
is
of
that
them,
like,
very little. Yeah. But then this other guy, Luigi,
we know everything.
Everything.
Fucking everything about this guy.
Everything about him. Like literally
Everything.
like his fucking shirt off on fucking
I know, on X.
going to town and little videos. Anyways, so it's just to bring up.
It's interesting.
But didn't
It
he
is
also
interesting of
didn't he
what-
also on purpose leave clues or not clues, but like
supposedly.
yeah,
I
supposedly.
know,
That's
supposedly.
true.
But then why do we know nothing about that other guy? I don't even know the other guy's name.
I did. Neither do I.
Timothy something.
Yeah.
Timothy Chalamet. What a fucking great actor that guy is.
I know, he's one of my faves. Actually.
He's amazing.
I'm kind of
You kind of into him?
kind of you know.
Actually, I
short
think Timothy guy
king?
wasn't that the guy from OKC actually.
Oh,
Yeah.
Timothy McVeigh.
Yeah, it's Timothy McVeigh.
All right, never mind. Scratch that.
It's they're all
See,
Timothy.
guys,
It's like a
when
running
you
trend
do-
here. Your name's Timothy. You have like a 60%
I know, right?
chance to be a
When
psycho.
you've done 100 conspiracies,
They're
they
all the same
start to merge
conspiracy.
together. Yeah.
They're literally all the same
Yeah.
conspiracy.
So the digital trail also exposed Paddock's methodical preparation in the months leading up to the attack. He made multiple online purchases of firearms, and he went to different stores. So he was just buying up everywhere he could without raising a red flag.
Every Walmart he could fucking find. He's
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
what do you got?
Yeah. But here's the part that gets interesting. It gets interesting to the conspiracies, or at least the theories later on, which is that all of the transactions that he did to buy all of these firearms were all legal.
Of course.
So, and we'll bring it up later, but you know, it's the gun debate and,
Okay,
and
yeah.
whether or not, you know what I mean? If you could go, basically what he did is he went to all the stores
Yeah.
at the
So
same
he-
time.
So he wouldn't raise a red
So
flag.
he wouldn't raise red flags, bought stuff online at
Yeah.
the same time, all
Yep.
of this to
Yep.
create a small army,
Yeah.
essentially, or at least arsenal. Not
Yeah, small
army.
arsenal. Yeah. Army consists of multiple humans. He's just him.
Yeah. Paddock's Amazon purchase history revealed the ordered items for such as gun cleaning supplies, all the suitcases he ordered on Amazon.
Yeah, 17 suitcases.
He also bought a hammer, which they believe is what he used to
break the
break
windows.
the windows.
Oh, really? I thought
Yeah.
he would have just shot through it.
But maybe,
anyways.
It'd be
yeah.
loud.
So would a fucking
Right.
hammer breaking a giant pane of glass.
And so would 1,000 rounds.
Yeah,
Like
you know,
by-
a great point. Yeah. So
Anyways.
moving all the furniture to blockade the door.
I'm just saying.
But here's the thing: is they don't know how he broke it,
yeah.
so they are assuming.
That the hammer was used.
Like basically, just imagine one order and it's like gun cleaning, gun rack, gun hat,
One hammer.
hammer, and then they're like, okay, we're gonna
But
say
like, why
that
do you
that's
like
what
already like? Why didn't he just go to Home Depot and get the hammer? Why is he got like this hammer?
of all the things, like that is the most
It's the
traced.
most-
Is my Amazon history is the most traced thing.
Dude, they should suggest shit to me all like I literally 12 days of straight nonstop like we got a special deal just for you.
Yeah,
And it's like
just for
fucking
you.
unicorn makeup set. I'm like, God damn it, I don't need my daughter has enough of this shit.
What's wild is those deals are just for you.
I know, like literally
So
tailor
scary.
made.
Yeah. Investigators found no evidence of social media activity. He did not maintain any active accounts: Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, nothing.
Nothing. Wow.
Nothing.
I mean, in one sense, I'm like, good for you.
Yeah.
But in the other sense, I'm like, psycho.
Yeah.
Some people,
Like-
some people say it's quite different than normal. Now, this is crazy that we are saying this, but
I know, that's why I think it's weird. That's
Right?
why I'm like, I'm like,
normal mass shooters usually have that, and that's what they're
Well,
saying.
I
is
would
that
say
he didn't.
I would say normal people, most people,
most
have
humans on Earth
something.
have
Yeah.
some
At-
sort
at
of
some
social
point.
media.
Even if you don't use it right
even
now.
if you don't post,
Yeah.
you just troll shit.
Yeah.
Just like look at stuff.
Phone
It's like
records.
you guys never
Oh,
post.
I never post
I
anything.
know.
Phone records showed limited communication in the days leading up to the attack. His final calls were to Mary Lou Danley, who was in the Philippines at the time. These calls, while routine in nature, provided no indication of his plans. Text messages revealed similar mundane interactions and no warning signs or confessions.
It's like, sup, babe?
Yeah.
Nothing. Cool. Catch you later.
One of the most perplexing aspects of his digital footprint was the presence of many encrypted files and communications. Despite the FBI's efforts to decrypt these files, they provided no substantial leads for the ones that they were able to decrypt. So again, the absence of a motive or affiliation with anybody, etc., basically has been driving everybody wild.
I know. It's like
Yes.
it'd be usually there's some sort of like all right, well, he's been talking, or these people are his tight homies, or he's been in contact with these people. They got nothing. He got shit.
Yeah, exactly.
He's following these pages like to something.
Right. The FBI's behavioral analysis unit concluded that Paddock acted alone and had no links to terrorist organizations. Their profile described him as a high-functioning individual who meticulously planned the attack, possibly driven by a personal grievance or a desire for notoriety, even though he was not. I find that hard
because he didn't want any notoriety. He was already rich.
Yes, and usually people who want notoriety are on social media.
For sure. Or they're writing manifestos, or they're writing notes. Look at me.
Look at my Lambo, look at my tits, and look at my dick. Like, it's like,
he's got all three. Oh my God.
Yeah, exactly. So despite these findings, no motive, no intention, no manifesto, no evidence of any of that. So the absence of a clear motive for Stephen Paddock fueled widespread speculation and led to the many, many theories.
Oh yeah, people, you got to fill the void, man. You got to put some information there.
And there's even people who are in the investigative team who have wild theories.
Oh, I bet they got the wildest ones.
Because they couldn't find a motive and they couldn't find anything.
Well, there has to be.
There's no history. There's no arrest history. There's no violence. There's no nothing.
This guy's not the fucking Joker. He's not like some people just want to watch the world.
Right.
He's not like, no, this motherfucker did it for a reason. Like, there's got to be a reason.
Yeah. But again, you go back to all those videos of him in the casino and all the surveillance of him buying guns and that sort of thing. Calm, cool, collected, almost boring.
Yeah, he's just like fucking
but what do you expect? Like
classic sociopath.
You're not gonna see what some guy dancing, twerking.
No,
you're not gonna see shit.
You take like a normal person. If I was like going to do this, I would be like
pacing,
little jumpy, little twitchy.
Jumpy,
like,
okay.
Why are you asking me questions? It's
you go into the bathroom a lot. You're wringing your hands a lot. You're nervous.
All I said was cash or credit. Why are you asking me so many questions?
Shut the fuck up! What I said was just plastic. Okay. What'd you say to me?
Okay, you guys ready for some theories?
Yeah.
Fuck yeah.
So one of the earliest theories centers on Paddock's extensive gambling.
That's what I thought, that the gambling had to do something. He's in with some like real dark motherfuckers, and I don't know why they would want him to do that. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know how it ties in, but something seems like it might be there.
Okay.
So what he was actually specifically a high stakes player on was video poker.
That's the worst. God,
really?
Yeah.
Just what a fool.
You know the $100 one?
Not even live.
God,
just video poker. What a tool.
I wonder if he smoked too.
Oh.
Do you know what I mean? Like chafing cigarettes.
He just sat there and like,
but
I feel
pressing
like
the $100 button over and over and like chafing.
I've never not seen a slot player rip and sing.
Yeah.
That's true. That's a good point.
One time.
And 40% of them are in oxygen.
Oh, for sure. While ripping six. This literally, they haven't blinked. They're just like,
totally. So Paddock was known to spend hours at casino machines, wagering tens of thousands of dollars in a single sitting at the video poker.
Okay, so one thing, when we initially went over this, I thought it had to be table games because they fancied himself like a pro. No one's a pro at video poker. Like, what the fuck are you talking about? Not a single human alive is a pro at video poker.
Are there any famous?
No, there's not. No, because it's all off an algorithm.
It's like there's not. You know how there's like famous Hold'em players?
Yeah, because they're playing against each other.
That's a game of skill. Video poker is a game of an algo that's like deciding when you win or not.
Can you imagine if like ESPN like ran a special and like people just sitting there pushing a fucking button?
Show, like, look at the way he touches that button. This fucking guy's a professional. Consummate professional.
Oh, he's going for his 6th Mai Tai. Hold on a sec. Hold on a sec.
Look at the dexterity in that finger that I'm pressing. The 6th Mai Tai. These are comped, by the way.
Makes sense. So while his financial records, though, this is the part that goes against that, his financial records show that he was fine. He was not bankrupt.
Yeah.
He had tons of assets still. He never dipped into his real estate. And he was just kind of making steady income from it.
Well, from his property, not his.
Right. Yeah, exactly. So,
not from gambling.
Not from gambling. But point being is that let's say he got in deep.
Yeah, well, yeah, he'd be like mortgaging shit. He'd be like selling shit off.
He would have.
You know, it's weird though. Like usually, when you're a gambler like that, and you're like deep into it, you start to get like at a point where you're just like so comfortable and like you start to scale up.
Yeah.
So why didn't he dip into all this extra money?
I know.
If he knows he can win with 10 grand, why wouldn't he put in 100 grand, 150 grand, 200 grand, whatever?
Maybe because he's like psycho, but like not that psycho.
I mean,
I'm a million
but when you have a problem, you can't.
You can't stop. Yeah, the problem just escalates.
Yeah.
Especially in gambling.
Oh my god, gambling's the worst.
Gambling's crazy.
Trust me, that's why I gotta stay away. Luckily, I don't have enough money to like cause a real problem. I get burnt out real fast. It's like real quick.
One hand, and they're like, "Sir, you got to go."
I'm like, I have to go. I have no more money left. I'm broke.
So
meanwhile, Eric's putting it all on black. And what was your strategy?
Double
down.
Yeah, Eric's double up. Just keep doubling.
You guys want to hear my strategy?
Everyone's heard this strategy.
No, this is the strategy.
It's not some like new concept.
No, this is brand new.
Oh shit, you got a new one?
No, it's not.
It's the same fucking strategy. He told us the other day.
So,
we all knew it.
So let me tell it to you. Now, don't do this, but maybe do it once or twice. Yeah.
No, because you don't have the cash to do it.
So you go to the roulette, and you put $2 on black. Okay. If it comes up black, great, you won $2. If it comes up red, you put $4 on black. You keep going until it hits.
And then guess what?
So you stick with black.
Well, I mean, you see that, like, say there's 5 reds out, you'd be like, I'm gonna go black.
Yeah.
No, but the thing is, like, Eric, you keep doing that till you just win your money back.
I know, and then you keep going, and it's foolproof.
But you're like, Eric finally wins back the 500 grand that he almost lost, and then he's like, $2 on black.
You guys want to go to the buffet or? Although one time I saw 16 reds in a row, and I was in really deep. Anyways,
Eric's like,
it was the darkest day of my life.
And you're like, honey, the Tesla's gone.
Honey, this is the way odds work, okay? Black, it has to
got us statistically, it's impossible.
This is mathematics.
Yeah. This is trying to mansplain the shit out of it. You don't understand. This is high level.
Just go away from me in the room.
Mathematics. So some behavioral analysts theorize that gambling may have been a coping mechanism for his underlying stressors, such as his health concerns.
Okay. First of all, those
deep.
Analysts are ridiculous.
Yeah.
The way to cope with his stress was to stress him out even more by gambling, just to increase the stress levels to a level so high that he wasn't stressed out anymore.
A lot of people say or point to his remember his back pain or his pain or whatever. But what I don't understand about that argument is, have you ever sat at a video poker machine for 6 hours?
Not for 6 hours.
Maybe that's why he had the back pain.
Yes, exactly.
He had it because he was
like come on, man.
He's literally like in a bar stool for 8 hours, and he's like, God damn it.
If you have a bad back, maybe don't sit in fucking one place for 6 hours.
Or maybe if you're betting that much money, just go to the poker table and have one of the chicks massage your back the whole time.
Oh, yeah.
And lose your money that way. Easy peasy.
Yeah. Anyways, again, this is a behavioral analysis type thing. So, Paddock would spend hours in isolation mechanically playing video poker, and some behavior experts liken it to escapism of reality. So where you're trying to escape your life. Similar to like drugs where you're trying to
see that.
Yeah.
For some people, I think, especially if you live in Vegas, like it's so just that's what you do.
There's nothing else to do.
What else do you do?
You either go to like a show or you go to the game.
But also what's his fucking reality problem? Like what is his problem with his reality? Like
he conquered life. Like,
it doesn't seem like he's living in a slum and he's got like, I don't know, like a bad life.
He's bored. Midlife crisis or some shit. I don't know.
Yeah, it's just something like there's no game left. I already got so much money and property. God damn it.
No.
Fucking
loser.
Fucker.
Yeah.
Another widely discussed theory poses that Paddock may have been suffering from an undiagnosed mental health condition. Interviews with family members revealed that he became increasingly withdrawn and irritable in the months leading up to the attack. He avoided social interactions and showed early signs of paranoia, including installing surveillance cameras at his home.
Well, first of all, that's not paranoia to install surveillance cameras at your
Literally,
home.
everybody has that.
I know. I'm like, come on.
Yeah.
Like, he put a Ring camera in? What a weirdo. I'm like, okay. Like, what a
I don't
psycho. Here.
Yeah, I don't
Wow,
like
all
that.
of his expensive properties, he wants to make sure they're safe? Ugh. Like, the fuck?
Despite these behavioral changes, his autopsy did not reveal anything significant neurologically.
Yeah, I was thinking maybe like some like
Oh, like a tumor or
a
some
tumor
shit, like fucking made
maybe
him
it was
go
like,
crazy.
Yeah, dude, it's
it's true.
It's not crazy. It's not strange. Shit happens.
Yeah, it's happened before. For sure.
So his brain showed mild atrophy consistent with aging, but nothing, no
Is it
signs.
consistent with like copious hours of video poker?
yeah.
That's melting your brain.
No signs of a tumor, no
Okay.
signs of dementia, no signs of anything else. Toxicology reports indicated no drugs,
Okay.
no substances whatsoever.
Wow, that's interesting.
Really?
I totally expected there to be some sort of drug.
Yeah.
At least alcohol.
Oh, for sure.
For sure.
Well, alcohol burns through your body fast, so maybe.
Yeah.
So like, if
Yeah.
you didn't drink like a couple days, it wouldn't show
Yeah.
up. So.
Isn't
But
that
you would
crazy?
see like the liver like having damage. Like you would be able to tell signs.
That's why we were talking about earlier. There was no indications of him in the video, like even doing coke, doing drinks, like
Yeah.
doing anything.
That's why you're saying
Yeah.
he's
It's
just
kind of-
calm,
yeah.
collected.
And I don't want to use the word boredom or boring.
No, but he's just like a
nonetheless,
regular,
it was
like, just like a regular.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Uneventful.
Yeah,
is more the
just
word.
like a
Yeah, that's a better
normal
word.
dude.
Yeah, uneventful. Paddock had reportedly complained of chronic pain and discomfort, which may have been exasperated by frustration and hopelessness. So, you know, when you get like tense, stressed out, and you kind of get like a little kink in your neck or like whatever. Chronic illness has been linked to some cases of aggression or impulsivity, but these experts caution against using that in this sense because because you have a
Yeah, your back pain.
just because of that doesn't
Jorge has
shouldn't-
fucking back pain.
yeah, shouldn't
He
lead
hasn't,
to
he
that.
hasn't snapped on us yet.
Yeah, exactly. But by this time I should have.
Yeah, should have fucking stabbed me many times.
Okay, so here's a weird one.
Yeah.
Okay, so a week or two after the shooting, ISIS claimed responsibility for the shooting through the Amaq news agency. The group alleged that Stephen Paddock had converted to Islam months before and carried out the attack as one of their own soldiers.
What?
And they referred to him using a name indicating a conversion and described the attack as part of their ongoing efforts to target Western nations.
Yeah, see, I don't buy it. They would have known.
He would have
immediately.
claimed it. Is what
Yeah,
you're
he would
saying.
have wrote like, oh,
Or some
Allah,
connection.
He would have. He would have
something,
confirmed and
yeah.
claimed
A beeper.
something.
Someone would have saw
Some
him
fucking-
at like
yeah, a
Plus,
pager.
by
Yeah.
the way, the fucking FBI would have figured that out. Like I would hope that they would have like looked into all his
some
fucking
sort of connection. Like,
connections or whatever communications and all that shit and figured it out.
yeah, maybe he would have sent that cash to like a Middle Eastern country,
Yeah.
and not
That's
Philippines.
another thing.
How pathetic is that, though, for some news agency to claim responsibility for it?
It's such
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
fucked up.
Like
So
somebody did. So somebody went and, you know what I mean? Somebody actually went and did a news release saying we did this. Yeah.
It's like, why would you even? It's just like
So
gross.
low. So low. So, however, U.S. authorities, including the FBI, found no evidence to substantiate the claim. Investigators uncovered no ties between Paddock and ISIS or any other terrorist organization. ISIS has a history of falsely claiming responsibility for high-profile
Yeah.
attacks
Exactly.
in the hopes of global influence and global power and
Right.
that sort of thing.
Yeah, it's like insanity.
In this case, FBI concluded that there was no indication of the ideology or the organizational connection between Paddock
Yeah.
and the group. Yeah. And just so you know, if we don't, I mean, I don't know a lot about ISIS, but it's the Islamic State of Iraq and Syria. It's a terrorist group that emerged from Al Qaeda in Iraq. It's known for violent tactics, tactics. At its peak in 2014, it controlled large parts of Iraq and Syria, but lost its territory after military defeats and that sort of thing.
Yeah.
So there you go. Now, like jumping onto that, one theory suggests that the federal government staged the shooting as a false flag to justify the stricter gun control measures.
That's what I initially thought. I initially thought that, but I'm like, even that now, I'm like, oh,
Yeah.
like why you could have? It didn't have to be that. It could have.
Right.
It could have been something. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. I kind of buy that one.
Really?
Yeah, well, anytime the government's involved, I'm like, yeah, probably, makes sense.
I'll buy some of that.
This was particularly focused on the ban of bump stocks. That was implemented in 2018. They were banned.
True.
But it'd be different. Like, see, that's why the only reason I'm like waffling on it is because bump stocks aren't really like that important in the gun community. It's not like there's some like giant like outrage over that. Like, God damn it, I can't fire my gun without a bump stock.
Wait, but the big like push to ban these was after this, right? Not before. Yeah, exactly. So that's why it was a big push because of this.
They weaved it to like, okay, just get rid of the bump stocks.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously there's always been for many years big push to for gun control and look, I understand. Like I understand people wanting to minimize death, and minimize violence, but criminals do what criminals do. So if you limit the ability of the average man to defend himself, it doesn't actually solve a problem. You just make it actually difficult because the average citizen isn't going to know how to get like black market weapons.
Yeah.
I don't fucking know where to go.
Yeah,
like, I don't have a dude for that. Like,
but this was amplified and pushed by Alex Jones of InfoWars, right? He amplified the narrative claiming the attack was orchestrated by the government to advance the anti-gun agenda. Jones speculated that Paddock was aligned with left-wing groups, including Antifa, and deliberately targeted a country music festival known to attract conservative and pro-gun people.
Oh, okay.
These claims, however, were widely criticized as baseless and lacking any support, etc.
Same as everything else.
Yeah,
he
same
says.
as all the shit that
he gets attacked the same way.
We've been being attacked for, and then now the White House is like, you were correct.
That's right.
Like, it's so funny. Like, there was, I think Elon Musk posted a tweet. It was like, he's like, what's the difference between a conspiracy theorist and somebody else? And it was like 6 months. Like, that was the difference. Because like 6 months, we're like, yeah, it's actually true.
Other theories propose that Paddock used military-grade machine guns such as the M249 or the M240 due to the rapid-firing sounds that were heard during the attack. Despite those claims, investigators confirmed that Paddock used semi-automatic rifles that were modified with the bump stocks.
Yeah, if they were full auto, 100% government is involved.
Yeah, so that's the theory is that people in the crowd say they heard military-only weapons.
There's a distinct difference.
Yeah,
a bump stock cannot fire even remotely as fast as fully auto because it's different. It's a different type of thing.
Additional theories speculated about the government foreknowledge of the attack.
Ooh, they knew this, let it happen.
Ooh, so this is very much, and for our listeners, I know we haven't done it yet, and
you were talking about 9/11,
and it's 9/11 and Pearl Harbor.
I was just thinking about
it's
that.
Actually, also
Pearl Harbor.
Pearl Harbor, 100% inside. They will not an inside job. They knew it was coming.
There you go.
And they wanted to get in the war.
That's the concept, right? Is government foreknowledge and not doing anything.
Yeah, they're like sick. This event, like the war machine, the fucking military-industrial complex. We're about to get paid.
Yeah, and it draws the question of. Something's going to happen.
You don't do anything.
Do nothing.
You are as guilty.
So that's Sean's. That's Sean's.
That's the thing. It's like if you knew I was going to get shot and you didn't tell me, are you an accessory to that murder? Because
I would say yes.
Maybe not the same.
Well, in the eyes
level,
in the eyes of the law, probably not.
Sure.
Ish, you could probably make a case for it, but like in the eyes of like morality and humanity, yes.
Yeah.
What about a lesser crime?
No, well. Even like when we go back to the OKC bombing, didn't one of his friends know about it?
Yeah.
He got charged. What was it, like
he got like 10 years?
Yeah, like 10 years. Okay, so there's legal standing for this.
I think he was like out in 6. Kind of like
10,
but I think they got him because he was also involved in the planning
for sure.
So it's not like he just got like, hey bro, I'm gonna do this. He's like, okay man.
Well, let's take a smaller crime because we're taking mass murder.
True.
Robbery. So let's robbery. So I say to you, hey, I have this plan. I don't want you to be involved.
I just want you to know.
But I want you to know. Yeah.
I need you to know.
I love you. I want you to know.
Jorge, you're the only Spanish man I know. I'm gonna get you in on this B&E I got planned.
I'm gonna go. I know a place that has some jewels. I'm gonna go rob them.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah.
So and I'm legitimately planning this.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know,
Okay.
Friday I'm doing it.
Okay. Am I as guilty? Is
You
it?
do nothing. I go. I rob it. I steal it. I success. Big win.
Success. Victory.
You get away.
Then I get
Get
away.
away with it.
And
Yeah.
then Monday I get arrested.
Okay. And you snitch on me.
No, I don't snitch on
Jorge
you.
planned it all.
No. Regardless of that, let's take like, are you liable and or morally liable for that?
Am I legally or morally?
Both.
Morally, yes.
Yeah.
Morally,
Yeah.
100%.
100%.
In terms of the eyes of the law, like it's a gray area.
Yeah. Like how much did he know?
Yeah,
Well,
because-
first of all,
Could he,
because you
could he
could've-
argue and be like, yeah, we're just drinking
I thought he
beers
was talking
and-
shit. Yeah.
also, like, how are you going to prove it? How's the law going to prove it?
Mhm.
That's what matters.
Okay, so but
it's
morally-
it's what you can prove in court.
But morally, you think?
Morally, yeah, hell yeah, yeah.
Okay.
You're complicit.
Okay.
But speaking of snitching, we're gonna get into all that with the
know,
OK
yeah.
Speaking of snitching.
with the
the UHC, the United Healthcare.
Yeah, that guy.
Yeah.
that shooter, the mini episode.
Okay, so anyway, so this theory, and sorry if we digress, but we were trying to make sure we knew what was right and wrong. Yeah, the theory speculates that the government had foreknowledge of the attack, or at least individuals in government positions.
Right.
For example, a concert goer reportedly shouted a warning before the shooting. Supposedly, a concert goer
I don't know about
shouted
that.
a warning before the shooting to police, saying that somebody was going to shoot into the crowd.
No.
Yeah.
I don't know about that. How are they supposed
Wait,
to
where did
know?
this come from? Where did this come?
How are they supposed to know,
I don't-
first of all?
I'm just
Second of all,
saying.
remember, these guys are all the way down at the field. This
And
guy
he's
was
on,
in the
like,
32nd
32nd
floor.
floor. Like, there's no way he'd be like, what the fuck is
Yeah.
that?
That's it. That's all the data we know, because it's just a passerby. You're at a concert, and then some fucking drunk is like, they're gonna get shot at, whatever.
What if it was like his Filipino girlfriend?
Yeah.
She's telling her, get out, right?
I don't know. There you go. That's it. That's all the info I got on it.
Perfect. Thanks to the fucking
It's just
cliffhanger supreme.
It's one witness.
Yeah.
One witness report. Yeah.
Okay.
Goddamn, witness is the most unreliable fucking sources.
Another one that also ties into a similar foreknowledge, I guess you would call it.
Okay.
Finance theory suggests unusual trading activity in the MGM stock before the massacre happened.
Follow the money,
okay,
baby.
Okay.
Drawing
Short
comparisons,
the shit out of 'em.
Yes, drawing comparisons to 9/11 and
Enron.
stock manipulation. Of course, you can't really. There was no trace evidence of this happening, other than just large amounts of selling the stock.
Yeah, well, I mean, that's the same shit that we saw
mean,
with the
that's the evidence.
Donald DJT stock.
Oh, yeah, they
right
showed
before
it-
his fucking first shooting.
Mm-hmm. They shorted the shit out of it.
Yeah,
And then he didn't die, and they're like, fuck.
yeah.
Damn it, those shorts.
Okay, a less mainstream but persistent theory suggests that Paddock may have been involved in illegal arms trafficking, gun deals, gun running, and that the shooting was a botched deal or a cover-up. Proponents of this theory cite the unusually large amount of firearms that Paddock had in his possession. But again, it's circumstantial evidence. It's just a large amount. The arsenal included 23 firearms in the suite. Not just the suite. At home, he had 19.
Well, that's a really good point, because why did he need so many guns?
That is 42 weapons.
No, but my thing is like, okay,
Wow.
let's say you want to do this. All you really need is like a really reliable gun. Say get like AK.
Yeah.
They never jam. They never break.
And you have enough
And you
magazines.
just get like 100 mags.
yeah.
Like, why would I guess? Okay, maybe you could have like 5 guns, because they would overheat eventually.
True.
Yeah.
So why would you need 20?
Right.
It just also seems it's like
Yeah.
unnecessary.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But then that leads me to like, oh, he did all this planning, but like that's a very uneducated play. I need 50 guns to shoot. Like, no, like I've run.
And he's like, he just didn't like 23 of or 19
well, no, dude,
of them.
I've run hundreds of no, but like
here's the thing.
I only have one AR,
reason
and I've
is
run
because
hundreds of rounds. I've run hundreds of rounds at the range through one gun. It's totally fine. Never jammed. Never nothing.
Yeah,
that's
so
one.
Really,
yeah, but that's 100. That's
that's at hundreds.
Oh, okay.
I've run hundreds of
so
rounds.
So really, it's a matter of him having the ammunition, not the weapons.
Yeah, having the mags already loaded.
Yeah,
and then like you could do that. You could do the same thing with 5 guns, and as long as you had enough mags, which he would need all the mags anyways with the weapons. And now he's just making it more complex. Different, like if they're not all the same make and model, not every mag fits in every gun. I'm creating these inconsistencies and like
maybe
I gotta have these mags with this
maybe
gun.
Maybe it was like, oh, he could only get that much ammunition for that type of weapon.
No, dude, you can go online.
Really?
I can go online. I could go online right now. And
that's way easier.
I need 5,000 rounds
that's not
of
something that
223.
would raise red flags as much as buying the weapon.
Dude, one of my homies fucking literally bought like 5,000 rounds, 223.
Yeah.
No problem, easy.
Like
shipped it to him.
Yeah.
So there you go. That's the gun running one. I mean, again, 42 weapons. So that theory kind of that theory does kind of like,
if you're trying to make it fit, then that theory's starting to fit.
Yeah.
You know, but that just seems like it's a stretch. Like you're trying to make something fit, which I get it because there's no motive. Like you know, like so you got to find you got to figure out the why here.
Yeah.
But I don't know about that one.
Also, he left 19 at home.
Yeah.
So I guess
but these were all bought like right before.
Yeah, but to debunk it, maybe he just bought tons and then just didn't like them.
No way.
No.
Why, I'm just gonna buy 19. I don't like
19 at home. Why did he leave 19 at home?
I don't fucking
How much
know.
is the
This guy's a
average
psycho.
rifle, Sean?
It's there's
2017,
fucking-
pre-COVID.
I mean, if you want to
that's a
get
good point, but still.
okay, if you want to get like a
Because this is 8 years ago.
not even a great one, min 500.
Yeah.
Min. If
Right.
you
So
want to
we're
get
talking
a
about
good,
42.
So you're not
if
going to
you
buy
want to get a
something
really,
for 500
do you want to get a
bucks,
really
and then
good
you're like,
rifle? You're
"Oh,
talking
I
like
don't like it."
$2,500.
Exactly, like the good ones, right? Which let's say he bought
Let's say they're
average
$1,000
$1,000. I mean, then that's a little bit on the higher
So 19,
average.
19 racks.
and 23 in the hotel room. So that's 42 rifles and or guns.
My point is, he's not spending that if he doesn't like it, right?
So it's 40 grand.
Yeah.
Let's just say 40 grand worth of,
That's a lot.
not including ammunition.
True.
Yeah.
Yeah. Or accessories.
Yeah, extra magazines,
exactly,
and
accessories.
fucking
Yeah.
specialized bags to carry all this, and
So the sheer number and variety of weapons combined with Paddock's ability to transport them into the hotel undetected fueled speculation that he was the middleman in a black market arms deal. The presence of surveillance cameras inside and outside his suite also interpreted as an effort to monitor the deal rather than preparing for an attack. However, investigators found no transactional evidence such as finance records, communication.
Well, I mean,
no
don't they
link.
do like gun deals in the cash?
Yeah. All firearms were legally purchased over the years. No ties to illicit networks were uncovered. While it's an intriguing theory, a lot of it is simply circumstantial. Yeah.
yeah, I don't know.
I
I don't
mean-
know about that one, man.
Yeah.
I
I think that if it was an arms deal about to go down, okay, why does he start shooting? Okay, just the guy didn't show up. He's not gonna like let me shoot the crowd instead of like hauling all this
Do
shit
the
back.
deal? Yeah,
the
make
deal
money.
fell through. Let me just shoot everybody up and then kill myself.
Yeah. On no drugs, no alcohol,
Yes.
no nothing.
That part's weird.
Not even prescription medicine.
Yeah,
No,
I
that's
was
what
definitely expecting
was
something.
like thinking like he's a meth down. He's at the
Something.
casino.
Meth down.
Yeah.
He's like ready to go.
12 rum runners or something, But no.
12 rum runners. It's like,
those little
lit!
drinks.
Yeah.
Those little drinks they give you when you're sitting there.
Yeah.
So there you go. And the other theory is the desire for notoriety. We went over that a little bit, but again, there's absolute no evidence for that. Almost anti-evidence for that.
Yeah, that's right.
Almost.
You would expect at least he has a social media if that was any kind of motive.
Yeah.
You know,
It would be like Luigi.
exactly.
A little bit like that, to be honest.
Fucking Luigi.
Yeah. And then one of the other ones is that he's just being clinically diagnosed as a psychopath. A personality disorder characterized by a lack of empathy, being impulsive, and a tendency towards manipulation. While Paddock did not exhibit overt signs of that or overt signs of aggression, his ability to meticulously plan such a loss of life with no reaction,
remorse, yeah.
etc., leads people to
no doubt about it. He's a psychopath.
Correct.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah,
I mean, regardless of the motive, motherfucker's wild.
regardless of even the conspiracy theories,
Yeah, he's insane.
it's fucking wild. Yeah.
That's right. So of course anybody can fucking say like, oh yeah, like he has psychopathic tendencies. Of course
he does. Look what
that's
he did.
easy to say.
Yeah. So the Las Vegas shooting reignited debates over gun control and public safety in the U.S. The use of bump stocks, which enabled Paddock to fire at the near automatic rate, became a focal point of legislative efforts in December of 2018. The Trump administration implemented a federal ban on bump stocks, marking a rare bipartisan agreement on gun control.
Yeah, I remember that.
The attack also prompted discussions about venue security, recommendations including stricter monitoring of large bookings, enhanced surveillance, real-time reporting of any suspicious activities, more cameras, more security,
More
etc.
cameras in the casino.
More.
Damn.
No, outside.
more.
Outside.
Oh, okay.
Outside of the
Outside,
casinos.
outside,
Yeah.
okay.
All over Vegas. Fuck it.
Yeah, everywhere. But again, these measures face resistance due to the concerns of costs.
Yeah. And I mean, I hate to say it, but it is annoying. Like you go somewhere and like the lines is just so much longer. Like it's like the airport, you know, it's just like everything's going to take so much longer
Everything.
and costs.
MGM Resorts, the owner of Mandalay Bay, faced multiple lawsuits from the victims and their families. In 2020, the company agreed to an $800 million settlement.
Holy shit.
Making one of the largest payouts in mass shooting case history.
Wow.
But who's paying the money out?
MGM Resorts.
Oh, okay. Wowzers. Because he like stayed there? Damn, that's like fucking.
The settlement set a precedent for corporate accountability and raised the questions about the responsibilities of the business in preventing a tragedy.
I mean, I agree with that.
Yeah?
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah,
there's still some negligence.
Exactly.
Yeah.
The 2017 Las Vegas shooting continues to have unanswered questions, and there's many theories still going around about it. But even after an extensive investigation, the lack of a motive leaves us all grappling for understanding. Speculations about his finances, his mental health, radicalization, ISIS, illegal arms dealings highlight the many parts of this entire situation. Of course, Stephen Paddock, no matter if he was a lone individual, the lone gunman is responsible, or if he is a pawn, bigger game, he still butchered 60 innocent people. And I personally believe that he has a special place in hell.
Oh,
yeah.
for sure. Fuck
Hell
this
yeah.
guy. This guy's a piece of
So
shit.
there you go. That's the beef of it.
There you go. Well, one thing we didn't
It's like,
one thing we
God
didn't
damn it.
put on the list as a conspiracy theory is the MK Ultra
Ooh.
theory.
Okay.
You know,
That's probably the most realistic fucking theory there is.
I
Okay,
know,
all
right?
So recap that for us.
yeah.
What is
so
that?
I mean,
If you haven't listened to the episode 30 or whatever it is.
oh, MK Ultra, yeah.
Yeah.
So this is essentially a government program where it started because they were trying to like figure out basically Jason Bourne style. Can we like literally, right? Like they were like, can we program these motherfuckers to go out and kill who we want them to kill with like a trigger, right? But I think that I don't think that really works, honestly. But it doesn't.
This scenario?
In that simplicity of like, oh, just you can program them and then it's like a robot. They go and they kill whoever you said, right?
It's like the Manchurian.
I don't think they can
candidate.
control it. The Manchurian candidate.
Yeah, where it's like he gets activated. It's like you say the fucking code word or like sleeper cell. and they say the fucking code word, and they're like, they fucking lose their shit.
Yeah.
But I do believe that if we wanted to go down this theory that the government took him, programmed him, I don't know why him. So that's definitely still open to me. But the fact that they could have this go on so that they could have the public scared of gun control again, and bring up that whole subject and politicize it and control it. There's definitely a lot of push for that. So any which way
at that time too, right?
At that time especially. So any which way they can do it at any cost, I don't put anything past them. That's kind of like
the government is fucking public enemy number one, bro.
Yeah.
In my universe, it's like, I know it's unfortunate.
I think they're behind some of the school shootings too, but that's another.
Whoa. Yeah, we'll get
episode.
into that later.
I'm saying.
Shut up, Eric.
Okay, so then the question here is,
why? What the fuck happened?
So, I mean, I don't think we're gonna get to the why.
No, I don't think we will either. Unfortunately,
I don't think there's no evidence to even.
I don't think that there is going to be a why of him personally, a motive of him personally. But if you look at it, a why of a bigger picture of like the government trying to.
So is that what that's what you think? That's
what I think.
The government was involved in this in some way.
Yeah. It's a way to like. It's almost like look at the Patriot Act after 9/11. It's so much easier to implement that, but that was already in the works, and we're going to get into that whenever we do 9/11. Yeah, we gotta prepare for that.
Yeah,
I mean, it's gonna be
PJs and
I mean, yeah, like we're gonna need some time. Sorry, baby, I'm not gonna be home tonight. We're on a 7-hour recording spree.
Okay, let's just summarize everything, right? So go for Jorge.
Yeah.
What do you think happened here?
I think that's the part that makes the most sense to me. It's like a plan to like a scare tactic. I don't know what the word is.
Making some incident happen, and so then the government uses it to pass legislation.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, I mean that's what I originally thought. That was my original estimation. Just because the lack of there being any other reason.
Yeah.
He didn't seem disgruntled. He didn't seem like he wasn't like hawked up on fucking meth and just like schizo status.
Yeah.
It wasn't like more of like a protest or him speaking out against like tyranny. Yeah. There was nothing. There was nothing. And there was no ties. There were no legitimate ties to like ISIS or any of these other, groups that hate America. So what else could it be? Like the only
just for shit. The only
no one. What the
only
fuck?
other thing I would say second for me is the money, the stock, shorting the stock somehow, some way somebody was set to profit off of this.
Yeah, maybe like he's like so like. Well, I'm so bored with my life and I don't give a shit. Like, fuck.
But it still doesn't make sense. Like, why him? Like, how is he involved in getting some of that money, or why would he do that if somebody else is going to make money?
Yeah,
I don't know.
That does. Yeah, like I don't know. I'm just willing to die to help you out, brother.
Right?
Give you like give you a come up.
Okay. All right.
I mean, I do think there's still something odd about saying $150K to the Philippines.
That is weird.
As like a parting gift.
That is weird.
As a parting gift, making her the second richest woman in the Philippines. Like, it's like ridiculous.
Weird. Yeah, but he knew he was like gonna die. He's like, I'm not making that.
I know, but yeah,
I'm gonna do this, and there's no way out. He knows he's gonna be on the 32nd floor. He's not walking out of there.
No
way in hell.
No, he's not.
Oh no, like and I think he realized that too. That's why he barricaded the door. He knew he wasn't getting around there alive.
Yeah.
Also, I mean, he planned this whole thing and then he used a baby monitor.
Yeah, what?
I mean, maybe a little short on that one.
Yeah, like, that's like the best he
Come
could
on,
do.
man.
Dude, some of those things are pretty advanced.
That's true.
Like when I used to watch my kid in like night vision, like see the little bitch doing shit, like and I'm like, this is pretty legit. This is like.
True. All right, well, I think it was him. I think.
Well, yes. I also think it was...
and I think it was him. I think that there's no evidence that tells me it's anything else.
Okay.
There's nothing else. Now.
Classic Eric.
Now, I will throw this out there though, that if it was something like what you're talking about, then the only way I see it possibly happening is if they like, just imagine you were trying to do a scare. Let's say it was the stock thing.
Yeah.
Right? And you wanted the stock to go down.
Yeah.
Okay. You hire a guy. Mm-hmm. And then he just went too crazy.
He went like way more crazy than you anticipated. You're like, oh,
Does that make
shit.
sense?
So like maybe the plan was
you're
like,
hey, just take some shots, take some shots, make it a shooting.
maybe it was also like supposed to be just inside the casino
that's
and
right.
not.
And then he just went overboard.
And he's like, oh
Yeah.
yeah, I'll do it. And they're like, fuck.
This
This is not what I wanted.
Yes, and he just
Yeah.
went. Like, you ever have like a dog that just is too extreme? You like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, you
Yeah, like
can't
my-
control
like my
the dog.
dog.
Yeah.
Like,
That's why he's inside right now.
No, I mean, you just can't control it.
Yeah, nothing you can do.
Yeah.
Like, there is an element of chaos in life. It's kind of like, that conspiracy that gets out of hand.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And that's the only way I could.
That I like. I kind
You know
of
what I
like
mean?
that. He was like, dude, just make it like real simple reason. He's like, this guy's like alone. He's like, okay, I'm gonna
Fuck
make
it.
this
42
shit.
rifles.
Yeah.
I was like, no, I need more.
But what do you have to have on that individual to do that, knowing they're going to die?
Everything. Yeah,
make sense?
it's got to be like.
Yeah.
It's got to be like.
So maybe it was a gambling thing?
No, it's got to be way worse than
He
that.
had all that money. He could have just
That's
sold his
true.
assets.
No, dude, it's got to be like the most damning thing. Like
Yeah,
maybe
like-
he was like into kids or some
fucking
shit. Like,
pedophile
Yeah.
and like
bullshit.
that's what's
That's
the one
the
thing that
only
you
way.
would really be willing to die with? You
That's
can't
the
let anybody
only way.
know.
Yeah. Epstein style.
Yeah,
Like,
literally.
fucking-
And
Like,
they're
you're
like-
willing to just fuck it.
They're like, hey, we're going to scrub it.
yeah,
but you
no one
gotta-
ever
you gotta
knows.
scare everybody.
True.
But then he's like,
And then he's
Oh,
like,
I'm gonna
fuck
scare
it,
everybody.
And then he just went maybe
Went
crazy.
psycho.
So that's the only thing I could see as
surmise.
happening. But again, I don't want to say that because, I don't really have the evidence to.
well, no one does.
Yeah.
So this is we're in pure speculation
Welcome to the
territory.
conspiracy podcast.
Question everything.
know, there
Welcome
you
to
go.
the conspiracy. We've only been doing this for 2 years, Eric. Shit has not changed.
All right, well, there you go. That's Las Vegas shooter. And, again, we just want to say, this guy's a fucking piece of shit.
No, dude,
and-
absolute
You know what I
fucking
mean?
scumbag.
And all of the victims in this, can you imagine being there? It must have been.
Dude, the terror.
Absolutely
I just thinking
terror.
about it is like terrifying. I imagine like being
Oh,
at a
yeah.
concert, having fun.
Oh,
Me and
yeah.
Jorge,
Oh, my
Jorge
gosh.
went to a concert, which Eric
The
fucking
Snoop Dogg
bailed
one.
on us. You fucking loser.
Can you see me at a Snoop Dogg concert?
Dude, you're lucky you didn't
Yeah,
go. It
I
was
can.
so hot. I was sweating to death.
Yeah, it was
so
it was a little bit
fucking
torture.
But I like they finally got the good songs on. We're vibing, and like if people started getting
Oh my
shot
God.
next, dude.
Well, especially we were like fucking 7 tall boys in.
Oh my god!
I know. You guys are just
Literally.
bumping into each other, jumping over each
Dude,
other.
I would be
Who knows
like,
what would
punching
happen?
fucking
Yeah.
people in the. I
Yeah.
can't imagine.
Yeah.
So I bring that up because I can only imagine what everybody went through.
It's gotta be just
Right?
dude.
And
you're
it-
losing your
it's just-
friends.
Yeah.
Your it's
Oh
like
my
it's
gosh.
terrible.
I know. So all our love and hearts out to all those people that went through that. Can't
Yes,
imagine.
Seriously. And then
Yeah.
we would love to hear, obviously, write in. I'm sure we're going to get fucking roasted
Yeah.
for not talking about the right conspiracies or like,
I know.
Look,
You know what's weird
we're
about
also
this?
just three bros. I mean,
know-
I'm drinking White Claw right now.
You know what? You know what's weird about this whole like conspiracy thing and the flack that we get is would you rather the story be forgotten and not
No.
be talked about?
For sure.
You know what I mean? Like, how else are we? What
Yeah,
else?
'cause
Are we
we-
Well, we
supposed
get
to-
we get it from both ends too. It's like
Yeah.
it's that end, and it's also like we're not conspiracy enough.
Yeah,
so we're fucking
I know.
assholes.
I know.
It's like,
You're
we're
wrong
like,
if you're right.
but-
You're right if you're wrong.
like both sides, like cool.
Jesus. Right.
Leave us alone. We're just fucking trying to provide content. Like welcome
Just
to the
skip it,
digital
but don't leave a
age.
bad review. Just skip us.
No, just please, just anything but the bad review. God damn it!
Speaking of, you guys
It's
should leave us
the
a
worst.
leave us a good review
I know.
if you vibe with us.
Obviously, it totally smacks our ego and
It's not
murders
even that.
us.
It's like, you
Oh,
realize-
it's mine.
I just
for
don't.
sure.
People don't realize how like obviously when you're listening and you're in a car, it's easy to be like the fucking
Idiot.
Fucking
the
idiot.
backseat
Fucking high schooler.
backseat quarterback. You know how fucking hard it is to do this? It's not fucking easy. Oh, it's just you get quit. First of all, we've been in the hole for years.
Yeah.
It's like we literally like we make like $100. We make no money. Like, geez,
so
like,
funny.
we're
I
doing
know.
this for fun because we like doing it. We like hanging
I
out.
know.
So like, give us a little break. Not everyone's fucking Joe Rogan making $100 million.
Yeah,
I know.
seriously.
And
Like-
and to be fair, even Joe Rogan could use some improvement,
Yes, agreed.
bro. Like he's, yeah. Anyways, we
Yeah,
don't-
And he
we
gets
don't
in
need to-
flack
we-
too. Like,
Oh,
I'm
for
sure.
sure.
Well, dude,
oh, I'm sure he gets
The-
more than
way
that.
more than us.
Way
Oh, yeah.
more
He's
than
got
us.
people for that though.
True.
It's just
Yeah.
Eric.
Yeah.
Poor guy's
Totally.
getting this shit kicked out of him.
I know.
I know.
Give Eric a break. He's already bald.
That's what I
He
want for
doesn't need
Christmas.
any more
That's what I want
stress.
for Christmas.
if his beard starts going away,
Dude,
we
can
might
you-
need to stop
Can
the
you
podcast.
lose your beard hair?
Your
from
stress beard?
Stress beard? just like a patch falling out?
No, I feel like stress makes your beard thicker. It's like reverse.
Yeah, that
it's
makes
like a
sense.
reverse.
That makes sense.
reverse
So you need some more stress then.
Listen, I've been trying. This is just a genetic thing. This isn't a stress thing. Fuck you, Jorge, with your perfect beard, your perfect hair, you bastard.
Fuck you.
Damn perfect shit. Anyways,
All right, guys, we'll catch you next time.
we love you guys as always.
Peace out,
Night-night.
guys.
Whoa.
Well, you were about to hit
You're
the
gonna talk.
button.
You're gonna talk at the same
You're
time.
about to hit the fucking button. You're going in.
What's up, guys? I hope you enjoyed this episode. I want to invite you to join us for our Patreon. So what that is an exclusive membership. We're going to be able to get exclusive discounts, like 15% off on all our merch.
And you won't have to listen to these ads
No
ever
more
again.
ads.
Never again.
Plus, you're going to be able to access our minis episodes. So that's something that nobody else is going to get access to. They're just short podcast episodes, worth about 15 minutes long or so.
Yeah.
So cool, extra content
Yeah.
that you're going to get access to.
I know, and all those other suckers are waiting for next Tuesday. You're going to hit some minis up, fill the void.
That's right.
Instead of, having to wait the rest of the peasants for the next episode.
There are two ways you can sign up for exclusive content. The first is through Spotify. There's a link in our profile description that links you to the Spotify premium page. And that's only $2.99 a month. And it gets you an ad-free experience and it gets you extra episodes that come out every month. The other way is through our Patreon. All you got to do is go to Patreon and search The Conspiracy Podcast and you'll find us. There are many different levels there, all giving different amounts of content. That's right.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, nighty-night.